because that's an invasion of privacy and I like my space.
I immediately knew where it was going and I literally went.
It just kind of sucks to share a name with a main character who is constantly trying to homewreck a rich family.
This was not a thriller, this was a nightmare. This might be my least favorite book of the year.
Hi friends, my name is Amber and welcome to my booktube channel. Today I am going to be starting a new reading vlog that I might regret. I said that in my last video about classics and that actually went really well. This time I'm doing something that I'm going into knowing I might not like. I'm going to be reading summary books, and summary books includes romance books, and I do not like reading spice, so I try to avoid spicy romances, and I'm not sure that I'm going to like these, but we're going to give them a shot. So before I get into the romances, I do have an audiobook thriller called Darling Girls that I would like to read. This one I'm not entirely sure what it's about, but I'm pretty sure it's summary and, you know, thrilling, so I will update you whenever I figure out what that one's about. But I'm excited for that one. I'm pretty sure I should like that one because I love thrillers. So first off, we have Nora Goes Off Script. Now this one I'm pretty sure is like low spice, at least. I think Haley read this one and she really liked it. I know like some of the other book girls read it and I think they said it was less spice. We'll see how this goes. I have high hopes for this one. But basically Nora is a screenwriter and something like that happens. I don't like reading the like synopsis of books because a lot of times it like kind of spoils it a little bit, so I like going in blind, so that means I can't really explain to you what's going to happen in the book because I don't know what's going to happen in the book. I will see how this one goes. I do have high hopes. It's kind of short, so we'll see where that one goes. The one I'm really nervous about is I have Beach Read by Emily Henry. Now the only book I've read by Emily Henry is Funny Story, and I didn't really enjoy that one, but I know that this one is one of her most like beloved books, so I really want to read it just so that way I can say I've read it and give her another chance. But I do know that this book will have spice in it, so I'm walking into this one fully aware, so I'm scared and I don't know what to do. And yeah, if this one has too much, I know it's not gonna have like a lot in comparison to some other books, but depending on how it goes, I might not finish it, but we'll see where this one goes. I have high hopes that the story at least is going to be good, but I don't know if it's going to fit me or like be something I enjoy. There's a good chance I'm going to finish this book and then get rid of the physical book because even if I enjoy it kinda, I really don't like having these kind of books on my shelf because I like to lend out books and I don't like lending out spicy books. It's just do not want to do that. Then I have Summer Sisters. This is more like a literary fiction about two friends that we're following, I believe. However, one of the like reviews makes me think it might have spice in it. I don't know, but it is literary and I really like literary, so I am excited to see how this goes. I remember seeing Destiny read it at some point last year, I think it was, and I think she really liked it, so I picked this one up thrifting one time, so we will see where this goes. Those are the 4 books I would like to read this week. We will see how much I actually get to, if I actually enjoy these, whatnot, but yeah, stick around and we will have a wonderful start to our summer because it's hot outside. So let's read some books that, you know, match the vibe, match the awful miserable vibe. Hopefully these books will be better than how it feels outside because I hate summer, so at least I won't hate these books, probably, hopefully not. Let's get into it.
Okay, so I thought I would give a quick reading update now that I know what the story is about. I'm 50 pages of the way through, and wow, I hate our love interest so far. Like, we're following Nora. She is a screenwriter, and she wrote this movie based on the story of her and her ex-husband. And so the actors come to her house and stuff to do some filming, and the guy who is playing her husband, like, this famous actor decides to come to her house and, you know, do his job And then after everyone else leaves, he decides to just show up at her house the next morning and asks to stay the week because he doesn't feel like going to his apartment. And now he's going to the grocery store with her and just living in her shed because he feels like it. Like, I don't know what's happening. I assume we're going to end up liking him, but at the moment, I don't like him because that's an invasion of privacy and I like my space and I don't like that he's taking up our main character's space. So, anyway, my house, like you saw, is really hot at the moment. I'm going to go back and sit in front of the fan as soon as this clip is over because our air conditioner randomly decided to stop working. So, love that in the middle of summer. It's not comfortable at all. But yeah, I'm gonna go sit back in front of the fan and do some more reading, and I will update you later on.
Okay, so it is now Tuesday afternoon, and I have a reading update, not for Nora Goes Off Script, but I have a reading update for Darling Girls because I listened to most of that book today at work. All I have left is about 2 hours, and I am very intrigued. Summer vibes? Not really any. They own a pool, but that's about it. No summer vibes, but I am enjoying it. So we're following these 3 girls who were in the foster care system, and they all stayed with this one lady. And we're getting each of their POVs in the present, and we're getting each of their POVs in the past when they were actually at her house as kids. And then we're following them now as they are in an ongoing investigation because the house that they were staying at was demolished and they found something underneath the house. So they're in an active investigation. So we're following all 3 of those POVs in those 2 different timelines. It's very interesting. It's very intriguing. Some things have been revealed. Some things have yet to be revealed. There's not really much I can say at this point. I am very excited to see where it goes. This book is just constantly, like, dissing Hallmark movies, which is kind of funny. Like, am I having a good time? Not necessarily, but Hallmark movie dissing is kind of fun.
Okay, I will update fully later, but oh my goodness, I had 30 minutes left in Darling Girls, so I was just gonna lay in bed listening to it, and I thought we were wrapping up. I thought all the plot twists were done. It was really good, like, I guess some of it, but it was really good. But oh my goodness, the last chapter, what the heck? Huh. Yeah, no, I was just laying there, and then whenever the chapter started, I immediately knew where it was going, and I literally went. And I had to turn on my light and come and grab this to update in the moment because I haven't been that shocked by a plot twist in a while. Like, it's been a good while. It's not a plot twist that makes it be like a 5-star book because it's not a 5-star book, but it is very much a, wow, I did not consider that at all. So, yeah, I love that so much. That's why I like thrillers. I like to figure things out. So whenever I am wrong or don't assume something, I really like it. As long as it's not a dumb plot twist. There are dumb plot twists. Like, I think of my least favorite thriller on the planet is House Across the Lake. If you know what the plot twist in that book is, it's a specific thing. Some people love it, some people hate it. I desperately hate it because if I get to the end of a book and the plot twist is just dumb and there's no way I could have guessed it, like, just literally, like, how on earth could I have guessed that? I hate it. But this, it's like, I wouldn't have guessed it because there was really no, like, hints toward it, but it makes perfect sense and it's really interesting. So that was wonderful. I'm gonna actually go to bed now and I will update you tomorrow. I just had to give that update before I forget about it tonight and wake up and it's not fresh. I had to update while it was fresh. So good night. I will update you tomorrow.
Okay, so if you can hear my car, don't mind me, I'm at Sonic. I started a new book today. I started The Last Miss Parrish, and actually a car pulled up next to me. So we're gonna do this because we are scared of people. Instead of giving you like a synopsis of this book, we're just gonna say that kind of it just kind of sucks to share a name with a main character who is constantly trying to homewreck a rich family. Just in general, don't particularly like that. We're following this girl Amber, and she is like lying and weaseling her way into this like rich family by lying that her sister had this disease. Love that. That's great. It's a thriller, so I don't trust anybody in this book, but I love sharing this name, and this book is in third person. So, yeah, the amount of times I've heard Amber is too many. I don't think I'm gonna be reading the second book, because apparently there's a second book, but in general, I don't like the trope of trying to break up a family and trying to steal this rich woman's husband. Just not in general. So, yeah, we'll see where this book goes. It is summary. We did go through Christmas, so we're going through multiple years, but the summer part is summary. But yeah, love this. This is going great. I'm gonna eat my food now though, so.
Okay, so I just finished The Last Miss Parrish, and I have some thoughts. I have some very, very aggressive thoughts because, oh my goodness, I hated this book so much. This was not a thriller, this was a nightmare. So you already got my thoughts from yesterday. And I did not really enjoy the fact that the entire point of the book was, we were following this main character who was trying to break up this marriage because she wanted this rich husband. Love that so much, and we share a name, so that's great, and it's in third person. Hate that so much. But then halfway through the book, the POV switch, which I knew from the start because we got two narrators. Like, they said the names of two narrators, and I was like, we haven't swapped narrators yet. So halfway through the book, it switches, and we get to see that a different character is in fact a psychopath and is making another character do insane stuff and is being a manipulator and is terrible. And that was just gross, and I hated it so much. You're asking, why did I finish this book? Because I was at work and bored. I just kept listening to it. I started listening to the last 10% on 2.5 speed because I was like, I need to finish this. I was hoping it would have some redeeming quality at the end. It did not. In a second, skip, just double tap one time if you don't want to hear this. But the entire point of this book, skip now, the entire point of this book was to show that these two evil people end up together and, they deserve each other, so now they both are in shambles. Wow. I want some intrigue. I want something. I don't care about rich people and the book was not for me, if you can't tell. If that sounds like something that's intriguing to you, check it out. There's a second book. I don't know what that one's about. I will not be checking it out. In fact, I will be reading something very different from here on out. I will not be revisiting that. Actually, if you have read The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, it actually kind of reminds me of that book. I hated The Housemaid as well because I thought I could tell exactly where that story was going from the beginning. But it kind of reminds me of that, but worse. But worse. I'm gonna give this a 2 stars. I genuinely don't know why I finished it. I should have not finished it, but halfway through I was like, oh, new POV. So I thought it was going to get better. It didn't. But anyway, here's the dust jacket for Nora Goes Off Script. I'm not far into that book still, but I'm also not really enjoying I'm really not enjoying this one either, just because I still don't understand why they're now almost officially together, and I don't know why. Why are these characters? This man just asked to stay at her house, and now he's staying at her house for 3 weeks instead of 1 week. I don't understand their chemistry. And also, her 8-year-old child talks like a grown adult, and I don't understand why. Yeah. This video is going wonderfully. But something good that happened today is I ordered Reckless. I did not just go to Barnes & Noble to get it, because I own the UK original version of Powerless before it actually was published in the US. I own that one. So I really, really, really want to own the matching Reckless one because I hate the US editions because the font is bold and it's big and it's hardcover, and I own the paperback UK edition of Powerless and I really want to own that one in Reckless, so I ordered it from Waterstones, so who knows when that'll be here. I didn't realize the book came out today or yesterday, so I can't wait to read that one as soon as it gets here. It won't be in this video, but it will definitely be in an upcoming video as soon as it gets here, so that'll be fun. Cannot wait for that. Can't wait to have matching copies. I need to get my copy of Powerless back from a friend because she's borrowing it. So I need to get that so I can have them nice on my shelf. But anyway, I have not had a good reading day, so I'm honestly going to pick up Nora Goes Off Script some more and hope it actually gets better, because I have much higher hopes for this book than the book I just finished, because this one's not supposed to be thrilling or great. It's just a fun, light romance. I can deal with Hallmark confusing men like they're not psychopaths. This man's not a psychopath. I mean, he needs to be questioned on why he thinks staying with a family for 3 weeks randomly that he doesn't know is a good idea. I'm determined to finish this one and finish one of the other 2 books. I need to either finish Beach Read or Summer Sisters. I'm probably not going to finish both of them, unfortunately. Maybe I'll listen to Summer Sisters since I have more audiobook time. Maybe. We'll see. I'm gonna go pick up something and do something else, but I had to update you because, wow. And also, I'm looking at myself in the thing and my hair is insane. So, don't mind the girl with curly hair whose hair is not currently curly. So, I'll talk to you whenever I have another update.
Okay, so don't mind that my car is on. I like to stay alive. But I have a book update. But before I give that book update, I have something that has absolutely no connection to this video at all, but I've just made a really, really random purchase because I had to buy a present for one of my students at church, and I had to go to the toy section. And while I was in the toy section, this is so dumb. I saw this Spy Family thing where you could collect a Spy Family character figurine, and I happen to really like Spy Family, so I grabbed one. And I thought I would unbox it with you. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what my goal was, but I got Anya. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. I honestly wouldn't have been mad with anything. I didn't really want Lloyd. But I'm actually the same personality type as Yor, and Anya's just cute. And Bond, the dog, is also cute. But dang, I got Anya! If you don't know, this is a manga / anime. It's the only manga I read, but I love it. It's fun. Anyway, in the sense of book updates, I decided to listen to Summer Sister. So I got about halfway through today and I decided I'm not gonna finish it. We're basically following these 2 girls and like just how they grow up. I just don't like these books. I don't like the portrayal of growing up, like not the portrayal of growing up, just the things they get up to and stuff, not stuff I want to read about. So instead I will pick up a different book. I am reading Nora Goes Off Script still, and I'm halfway through now. I'm still I can tell I read too many thrillers before this because I am waiting for this man, this love interest, to just turn around and try and kill our main character, because that feels like how it should end, because he like asks to stay randomly, he shows up at her door, and then progressively stays longer and longer at the middle point that we're at, instead of him like, you know, going away or whatever. Not a spoiler, it's a romance book, but instead of, you know, the love interest thing happening, I feel like what should be happening is it turns out he's a psychopath and he's like terrorizing her family. I don't have problems. I just bought a cute figurine. I don't have problems with thriller stuff. But anyway, that's where we're at in this video. I don't know what's happening anymore. I'm finishing this video tomorrow because it's been a week and I need to move on. But summary reads, not sure we've really touched on that. Summer Sisters was very, very summary, but I'm not gonna be finishing that. So other than that, I'm not sure what I've gotten up to this week, but I hope you've been enjoying this video.
mind me sitting by the light of my closet, but I have to talk about this book because I'm so stinking mad. I hated this book more than I hated The Last Mrs. Parrish. The Last Mrs. Parrish was just, it was bad. I didn't like the story. I didn't like that at all, but it was a thriller, so I went into it expecting it. I went into this book expecting a light, fluffy romance, and what I got was a couple dating for 3 weeks because the man stayed at her house randomly, dating for 3 weeks, the man disappearing for 7 months, coming back, revealing revealing what happened. The reason was dumb, and if they would have spoken, it would have been solved instantly, because it was just someone said something and then they both didn't talk about it. Like, neither of them actually asked, "Where are you?" She just sat there and just thought he ghosted her, which is fair, but he never reached out at all. Then whenever they both find out what happened, he like explodes. And like, I hated his reaction so much. It felt really toxic. And then, like, sure, maybe this is a spoiler, but it's a romance book. They all end the same, basically. They decide to get married immediately. So they dated for 3 weeks, didn't talk for 7 months under a miscommunication, and then immediately decide, let's get married whenever he comes back. This might be my least favorite book of the year. This is my least favorite book of the year, actually. So I was gonna end the video after that book, but I think I might need to pick up Beach Read now so I can feel happiness. Because Beach Read, I know, is going to have spice. This book didn't have spice. I know Beach Read will have spice. But hypothetically, the characters won't be idiots. And that ending should be good, because it's Emily Henry. I'm not dissing this author, by the way. Like, I mean, I am, kind of, but she has other books. I'm sure her other books are good. I just saw Destiny rated her newest release of 5 stars, which is amazing. I kind of want to check it out. This particular book, I hate. Like, not this author, I just hate this book. I do kind of want to check out her other books, but just this book, I literally tossed it. Like, I'm literally going to try and get rid of it as soon as possible, because I don't want to see it again. My emotions right now are way too strong for this book. But yeah, I think I'm going to pick up Beach Read and try and read that, so that way I can, hopefully end this video off on a good note, because the last 3 books, 2 of them were 2 stars. 1 I didn't even finish. So this video has kind of went downhill really quickly. So I think I'm going to try and read Beach Read as quickly as possible, and hopefully we can end this summary reading vlog off happily. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'll talk to you tomorrow with an update. Okay, so a quick update this morning. I am officially 7 chapters in to Beach Read, which is not very much at all, but I'm 7 chapters in, and I'm having a really fun time. I actually had picked this book back up in 2020 whenever I had first started reading again. I was not ready for the adult genre of books, but those were all the ones trending on TikTok, so I was like trying to read all of them, and then very quickly realized, oh, I don't like these. But now reading these again at 21, I am actually really enjoying this so far. I'm not sure how it's going to continue going, but I really, really do think that Emily Henry's writing is really good. Just like her writing style is so much better than some of the books I've read so far this video. But yeah, so I'm really enjoying it. The banter is really fun. Her characters are fun.
So I am excited to see where this goes. Like, if this ends up being wonderful other than just a couple pages of spice, I will be perfectly fine. I will be so happy. I hope I can finish this weekend. I have it physically, but I also have it digitally on my phone because my library's dumb, so I can't use my Kindle, but I can use my phone. Yeah, I will give you an update whenever I have made it a good way through this book, but I just wanted to let you know I'm having an actual good time. I'm not hating this one so far. There's plenty of time for me to hate it, but I hope not. I hope that I can continue enjoying this book. Okay, so a quick little reading update. I am officially over halfway done with this book. I desperately want to just finish this book right now, today, but it's like already almost 7 o'clock, and there's no way that's going to happen because I need sleep. So that's unfortunate, but I am legitimately really, really enjoying this book, and I'm so happy. These characters are making me laugh and smile, and like I love it so much. I'm having such a good time. We haven't had any full spice scenes yet, which I am loving. We've had like 2 scenes where it's just like warming up to it, but then they keep getting interrupted, so whoopsie. But I am loving it so much. We just had the like teaser to the quote that I forgot about that was everywhere for a long time, like the one quote that all the girls were like about over this book. We just had like the teaser to it, and I'm so excited for the actual quote to come now because with the context it's going to be adorable, and I'm probably going to squeal internally. So that's great. That's lovely. I am loving this. I'm going to continue reading it, and I will update you when I am done with it, hopefully tomorrow, because I want to finish this video. This video feels like it's been lasting forever, but I am so excited with this book. This book is absolutely going to be better than all of the books that I've read so far in this video, so what a wonderful way to end it out.
Okay, so it is now after work on Tuesday, much later than I expected to end this video, but I officially finished Beach Read today, and I am so happy with this book. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here as well, but I'm gonna start off with Beach Read. I am so happy I finished the video on this book and not finished it on my last book, because wow, you know, I hated Nora Goes Off Script, but I loved this one. I keep going back and forth between giving it a 4 stars and a 4.5 stars, so I think we're gonna like meet in the middle and do 4.25. But I loved this book so much. I love the story. I love all the characters. I love the banter. I love the relationship, even the relationships beyond just the romantic interest between January and Gus. I loved all the characters. Literally, the only reason this isn't like a 5 star, I never really got like that 5-star feeling, but I did really, really love this book. The only thing like in my head keeping it from even higher or knowing it's a 4.5 is just the spice. There were 2 full spice scenes and then 2 like that led up but like didn't go anywhere, and that is just a personal preference for me. I do not like reading about that stuff, so it does always take away slightly from the book, but it wasn't one of those books where it really, really distracted me. Like I could look past it and be like, I still love this book, and that doesn't happen too often. Normally it like takes me out of the story and I'm like, I don't think I like this book very much anymore. So I'm so happy with how that turned out. And then with a quick wrap up, even though I mostly covered my thoughts, Darling Girls ended up being really fun. I'm gonna give that a 4 stars. I really liked the plot twist at the very end. Overall, I was intrigued and I was very interested to see where it was going the entire story. I never really got too bored or anything like that, and I never got mad, which is great because this video had a theme of me hating and getting mad at the books. With that being said, we had The Last Mrs. Parrish, and Nora Goes Off Script. I hated both of these books for multiple different reasons. I think I covered my thoughts pretty thoroughly in, you know, their previous sections, so I'm not gonna harp on them too much. Both of those are gonna get 2 stars. So we got 2 2 stars and 2 4 stars. That's not 4. 2 4 stars. So we got a very balanced, rating. Not perfect, not great, but it could have been worse. They could have all been 2 stars. Anyway, my phone keeps falling, so if the clips keep like jumping back and forth, I'm so sorry. It's really hot in my car, and my phone does not like that. So I'm gonna go, and I will let you go, and thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you will stick around. Bye.